Right, we'll try and do a little tutorial on this starship thing. Right, as you can see, I've taken the cover off, but I've made myself a little diagram because all these bolts are different lengths. So that is sort of to simulate that, right? Don't forget you got these two at the front that hold the starter on as well. While I was at it, I thought I've had to disconnect the oil cooler, and I'm doing an oil change as well while I'm at it. Right, first thing is this. Right, first thing you come across when you've got the cover case off is these. Right, they're a bit tight, but give them a little tap and they'll come off. There you go. And because I'm lazy, I also try and take him off evenly. Probably doesn't make any difference, but like when you tighten the head down, try and keep the pressure even. Like I said, probably makes no difference whatsoever. It's just something I do. Take your springs out, put your nuts up, bolts up, all together. Bearings popped out, not a problem. Next thing you've got is this beauty. This holds your clutch cover on, right? Actually, before you do that, right, there you go. So with this you have to get these special tools, two different sizes. That end fits lovely. It is a bugger to get off because it turns. You can have one of these little impact type driver that works off a battery, or if you've got a little compressor at home, use it. Right, excuse me for the noise. 2 seconds and it'll be off. Right, that's off. Next thing is these washers. That one says outside. When you put it back together, remember, it says outside, it don't mean inside. You've also got, oh, should be another washer come off with that. There it is. Okay, so you've got that washer. You've got your nut, your washer and your nut, alright? And behind there, this one sits in there with this one behind it. There's another washer here which you have to turn, because as you can see, it's shaped to sit on that shaft, right? Right, so when it turns, it's locked. Turn it that way, it comes off. When it's turned, it's locked, and that's the idea of this one with the spikes. That sits in there as well to stop it moving. Right. So remembering which way they come off, that goes in there. Promise it does. There you go. And then carefully wiggle this off. Pop them in there. Pick up these. They can go on the bench. Okay. Right, this chute with this little beauty, that's your start shift and that's the arm. As you change gear down to neutral, it has a tendency to do that. Right? It should be sitting in there. So that's first, second, third, fourth, fifth when it goes in. Right, so 4, 3, 2, neutral, and then when it goes down to first, that's when it can ride up and over. Neutral, 2. Yeah, there you go. It's ridden up again. See? It should be sitting in it, but what it does ride up. Little 10mm. Whip that off. If you like the music, sing along. If you don't, that's unfortunate, because I do. Right, that out, and carefully hold that down, and very gently pull this off. There's 2 pins that you don't want to lose. See? One there, one there. Alright. Also, if they do come out and that washer comes off, they're offset. See? That's pointing up. See, they're not dead level across the middle. That means you can only put it back on one way, which is quite useful really, so if you're getting too confused. Right, what I think I can do with this, just get this out of the way. Right, I reckon you can get a washer the same size, one that's a bit smaller, and then another washer that's a lot bigger. This isn't actually a washer, it was a tab for something, because I haven't got a washer, so I've taken the big tab off, but I still think it'll work. And then I want a slightly longer bolt. That's 15mm long, that's about 20mm. Alright. These washers are roughly should have got this out, shouldn't I? Instead of having a div. And my vernier gauges are broken. Right, 0. First one is that sort of size. The second one can be smaller than this, doesn't matter. And this one is about 30mm. Alright. So I reckon if I pop that one in there, okay, so don't forget this is offset, so that must go that way. Don't lose the pins. If you lose them, you'll never find the blooming things. Right, that's on. So I reckon that one goes on. Right. Then the smaller one, and then the big one on the outside. I'm going to leave the lip on it because I can't be bothered to break that one off either. Try an 8mm. Right, where's a gear selector? See, now that seems to overlap that, so I'm hoping should be neutral. Second, third, 4, 5. What I might do, So that should be fifth there. 4, 3, 2. Yeah. Okay, well, I'm going to live with that. So, hopefully, it's just a case of putting it back together. Right, that goes on. You've got to line that cog up with that one. So it might be easier to turn the one on the back. There you go. You have to excuse any cock-ups though, folks, because this is the first time I've ever tried to do a tutorial type thing. Right, twisted that one. Hopefully that will lock it in place, because with that on the outside, again you've got to line it up on that shaft. There you go. And you've got these over, says outside, and the bugger one. Hopefully that'll do that. Springs. Two, three. Where's the last one? There you go. Washer that goes in the middle. Those little beauties in. Might look like I'm hitting it hard, but I'm not really, to be honest. Hopefully that'll do. When I put it all back together, I'll do the next part.